Well, good morning. This is Houndog Steve wishing you a very pleasant morning. And, well, I guess we have to talk about PrinceAndy a little bit because he was just arrested in London and taken in for questioning. Now, I will give him the benefit of the doubt here. It was not anything with underage people, shall we say. But it was emails between Andy and Jeffrey, and at the time the Prince was an ambassador for Britain, an industrial ambassador, and so some of that stuff in the emails was sensitive and should not have been shared outside of the government, and so he is in quite a bit of trouble. You can go to jail for this kind of stuff, but it just adds to the further disgrace of the royal family. And you know, if you look at this picture, he looks absolutely terrified and dumbstruck at what has just happened to him. And as I say, this is the beginning. The dominoes are starting to fall because now questions are being asked about how many members of the royal family knew this was going on, how many kept quiet, why didn't they speak, and of course, you know, I did a video years ago on Prince Charles and his connection to JSaville, and I will leave a link below to JSaville, and you can go check that out and you can draw your own conclusions. Now, that particular name, the Prince Charles there, might not be on Jeffrey's list. However, Jimmy was. Absolutely no doubt. And I just heard this morning that there is something like, I don't know, 500,000 pages have been wiped of the emails, and this will be the worst of the worst. But, you know, you have to remember that not everyone likes the royal family, and I don't know if, especially, you know, King Charles, I don't know if you remember when Princess Diana was going out with Doge, the son of a Saudi prince, and but I can't forget his name now, but he owns Harrods in the UK, and after she was carrying Doge's child, and after the alleged accident, there was a big long court case, and now he did lose his case, but he tried to prove that this was not an accident, and that was his grandson. That was his grandson that was killed in that accident. And these people have long memories and they have lots of money. And so you're going to see things coming out that are going to make your eyes pop out of your head. Because it only just takes one domino to fall. And of course, it's not just Prince Andrew. There is a Swedish high official representative in the UN, and she has just stepped down over her connection to the Epstein file. And so, yes, this is the beginning of the end. And, you know, it really looks good on these smug people who have been lording it over us for how long now? How long have they been lording it over us? And look at the mess the world is in. Because if anybody thinks that this is good management and that we are moving towards a brighter future, well, you go ahead and keep on voting the way you're voting. But by golly, this is all coming undone, and the most important thing in any society, same with your financial system, is trust in the system. And we're now seeing the failure of other members of the royal family, members of the government, members of the judiciary. This is all breaking a trust, and you know what, once you've broken a trust, and all of these people, they're the ones who are coming after your money. They're taxing you to death. They're mismanaging it so badly that you have to pay the price. Unbelievable. It is absolutely staggering. Okay, well, that's just a quickie here, and if you've enjoyed this video, please like, comment, subscribe below, and in the meantime, this is Houndog Steve wishing you a very pleasant morning, and we'll talk very, very shortly. See you now. Bye.